Hello, legends. Welcome to today's episode of Wavematic Weekly Forecast for December 19th to 23rd, 2022. And in today's live stream, it's going to be very simple, short, and snappy. But at the end of the day, we are going to cover a lot. We are going to cover all the profitable trade setups that we are going to have this week. And so if you are live with me, let me know in the comment section that you are watching us live, or if you are watching the replay too, give me a hashtag replay a comment section. Either you are watching live or replay in the comment section. Then I'm gonna know whether you are watching us live or whether you are watching a replay. My name is Peter Pell, and if today is the first time you're watching me, I'm the founder of Pell Markets, and it's my privilege to always come and be of service to my members and to my followers. That we being in the financial markets, always wanting to be profitable, that we will always get ahead of the game by preparing ourselves for the week. That is doing these live streams, because those who have been following me for long, I do share a lot of posts, but this live video is make you understand how forecasts are done. Don't confuse yourself with forecast and entering a trade. They are two different. But if you're able to forecast where the market is going, then the probabilities of you entering a good trade is more than you are almost 50% done. Then it comes to you entering a good trade and managing the trade to make it profitable. So in today's section, before we begin, let me from today I'm connected to you live from Toronto, in Canada. So let me know where the family, the legends are watching us from, and wherever that you are, either the city, town, so that as a family we know that okay, these are the times people do watch us, and these are the times you are connecting. So let me know in the comment section where you are connecting us from. Okay, Mzolo is watching us from South Africa and he's happy to be here. So let me know in the drop a comment section whether you are watching the live section or the replay. I do go through all the comment sections, and so whether you are watching the live section or the replay section, just let me know in the comment section where you are watching us from. Malik is also saying he's live. He's live. I can see my friend here, Pa. He's also watching us from India. So we are going to jump straight into today's lesson. If you watched last week's episode, you could see that most of the forecasts that we did went as planned, because identifying these parts is a very great way for you, for one to understand what is going to happen. And today is not going to be different. There are a lot of patterns that I'm seeing because I've been trading these patterns for years, and when I see them happening, I know the possibilities, I know how the market might behave, and give you the alternatives of what you, because it's not about forecasting 100% correctly. Someone, I just got a question from someone that he said, what if the forecast does not go up plan? Trade forecasting this way: when you forecast the market, it does not mean a trade entry. I can forecast 10 or 20 different markets, and I'm going to only trade the 3 that goes in my way, because at the end of the day, I'm still looking for something I refer to as textbook setups. I know that this is coming from this particular setup, but we want to trade the one that is in confirmation with where the forecast is going, and looking at our confluence level to know that it's meeting our strategies. We can see RJ is also connecting us from India, from Philippines. So let's keep it going. So now today I'm going to start with dollar index as usual. Last week we were anticipating this particular. We were looking for a red wave 4, but looking at the ending diagonal that formed, now we are rather looking at it from this angle. Let me take this banner from it. Okay, by the way, let me know if you can see the screen well, and if the sound and everything is okay for you. Let me know in the comment section if everything is all right at your end, if you can hear me clearly, and if the sound is also good for you. Okay, so last week we were looking at, I'm going to show you some of the things, how I change my count and how I update my accounts. Last week we were looking at this wave 4, we getting a move up for this wave 4 here, but instead of the market going, it started forming this ending diagonal. And you know, ending diagonals, when it starts forming, they are always fifth wave pattern or wave C. So automatically, I canceled this wave 4 that I was anticipating and started looking at it from an ending diagonal point of view. Though we use the dollar index to forecast how we think the whole week is gonna go for Euro USD and other things. Then looking at the patterns that we saw, it made us saw a lot of ending diagonals in Euro USD, Pound Japanese and USD Swiss, and they all played out perfectly as I did mention in the video. Now I seen another ending diagonal, so we are looking for a short in the dollar index, and it has already been started in Euro USD and the other patterns. So if you look at Euro USD, last week we were anticipating this particular ending diagonal to finish. If you watched any of if you watched the YouTube stream or live stream, you could see that I talked about several times that we should watch out for this particular ending diagonal. Then to the top, one move to the top, then we will look for the drop to complete the ending diagonal. Once the ending diagonal pattern completes. So when you understand these patterns, identifying them is very important. It's not just about putting the labeling on it, because whether you are going to trade right or wrong, identifying these things. So the move that we were anticipating that, okay, this is going to happen, we got that particular move, and now the drop is happening. So this week is very simple. We are seeing a break of this particular pattern. The break is not enough, though our confirmation level is at this ABC pattern. This ABC, the wave B can be, but if you are an aggressive trader, then wait, go to the lower time frame, let's say the 1 hour, wait for a correction. I always do tell people that once there is a break of a particular pattern or a channel or anything, it does not mean you are automatically to go in. Wait for a correction. So if your confirmation level is here on the lower time frame, whether the 15 minutes or the 1 hour, you are going to see price will correct. Either it's going to come down a little before it start correcting. Then once it's happening that way, then it's giving you a sure bet that price is going to move as you are planning. Because if you don't get these corrections, you start jumping in. Should in case price decides to make another top, which is less likely in this particular scenario because of the ending that. But when it comes to the market, everything is possible. Everything is possible. Ours is to have an edge over the market. It's not about you having a crystal ball to always get it right, but you want to create an edge over the market, and it. So in getting the edge, you need a lot of confirmation. So let me know in the comment section if you've taken this particular trade, watching last week video, if you're already in a sell setup in this particular Euro USD. So let me know in the comment section if you are in a sell or buy setup in this particular pair. So this is what I am thinking. So now we are looking at downside this particular wave to give us a wave 4 to go in line with what is happening on the dollar index. So now let's jump straight to the last week. I do share a lot of the this dashboard, so they have chart analysis before even we come do a video. The members have already gotten analysis of 20 pairs with weekly, daily, and 4-hour. Last week I did share a lot of these charts with you on the daily, on the weekly, what we are looking at on these particular pairs and the weekly time frame. So today we are going to go more into the 4-hour time frame and the 1-hour time frame, so that you can trade exactly what you for this particular. On the pound on the pound USD, I'm seeing a lot of comments in so if you have any questions or if you have any charts that you want me charts you want me to look at, just leave in the comment section. I do look at them, though I don't want to interrupt the live streams most of the time. So before we end the live stream, I'm going to go through all the comment section and answer every question that you have. So we have a similar scenario on the pound USD. Last week we were looking at this same ending diagonal scenario that wants price to keep on going and break the particular top and give us an ending scenario, then we are going to break the ending scenario. So this was like December 11th, the December 12 to 16 forecast, which was last week. And now we are having exactly that. Guys, I will appreciate it if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel. Do go to YouTube and type Peter Pearl. You see our YouTube channel there, and subscribe and help us grow the numbers so that I can bring you more lessons also in addition to this live stream. I want us to reach $1,000, 1,000 subscribers. Then I'll start uploading. I have a lot of premium lessons I've recorded and I want to bring it up, but let's increase our number so that as we keep along, more people can benefit from it. So in this particular scenario, now you can see that when it comes to the pound dollar, it was even very sharp. There were a lot of volatility last week for CPI, and the market has already broken this particular ending diagonal. So it's all about patience. We saw this ending diagonal forming ahead of time. That if you can wait a little for top of the wave 5, then anticipate for a move to downside. And how some of the confluence, we do use a lot of confluence level in these things. If you've watched, if you've taken the Wavematics Forex Accelerator course, then you get to know that these things are a lot. I've taken time to explain. You can see that divergence was also forming, telling you that the bias pushing this market is losing momentum. And now we have the breakout. We have the breakout. So what you are going to do is wait for the wave 1 of the breakouts to finish, then wait for a correction. I always talk about that. Wait for a correction to happen. Then we are going to get the downward move. So it's a similar case to the Euro USD. Similar case to the Euro USD. So the same way, let's look at the USD card. The USD card is also giving us a very wonderful scenario. We are looking at a wave 1 and a wave 2 in this particular scenario, a wave 1 and 2. So last week we did talk about we getting a move to the upside, on USD card, and that particular move did happen. It took time for the correction of the wave B to finish, and now in this particular week we are still anticipating that move for the wave C to the upside. So now if you look at this, now we are breaking out of this channel for the wave B correction channel, and now let's wait for price to push up a little as the dollar corrects itself. And when we start seeing a weakness in the dollar, that is where this is going to give us a very good opportunity. But as it stands now, the dollar is still strengthening. And wait for once we are having a breakout of this particular channel, wait for a correction of it. Then you can buy for the short term. Once we get a correction like this, you can buy for the short term on this particular channel. Okay, we are having one of our members who said he just subscribed to the YouTube channel. I'll encourage everyone to subscribe to these YouTube channels so that we can grow our numbers and profit from it. Let's look at it. If you have any pair that you want me to look at, just leave it in the comment section as we go along with the rest of it. So now the next pair that we are going to look at is the USD. Looking at most of these USD pair, most people, by most, get what the major pairs like the USD dollar, the Swiss and everything is doing. You can even use that one to forecast what is going to happen in the next market. In this ending diagonal today, we are having a lot of ending diagonal patterns, just like last week. And today, USD Swiss is also not an exemption. We are seeing an ending diagonal. Now we've support trend. So the confirmation level on ending diagonals as usual is a wave 4, the break of the wave 4. So now we are going to get there. So how do you get your entry? Wait, once you are having a breakdown, if you get a correction, then start looking for buy setup from the correction in the lower time frame, then we are going to go to the upside. But this is a wave B that we are looking at. So first, as I always say, I look at the markets in a three-wave form. So I'm looking at it from an ABC point of view. Does not mean the market can only be an ABC, but whether it's going to form a triangle, whether it's going to form a zigzag, whether it's going to form a flat, most of the times it's going to start with an ABC. Then once the ABC forms, then we will look at the other confluence like divergence and other fib levels to determine whether that is the end of the wave B. But for the short term, be interested in this particular week, we are looking at getting this particular move for the wave B. It can be any complex correction or it can be anything, but still we are going for the upside because of the ending diagonal that is happening on the wave A of the USD Swiss. So let's quickly look at Aussie dollar. In Aussie dollar, very interesting scenario. After wave 4 triangle, after wave 4 triangle, this wave 4, for this wave 4 triangle, and ABC for this particular wave 4, then now, so wait for a correction for the wave B. So we are looking at an ABC zigzag for wave 4, where we're looking at price forming a support at the trend line, the channel, the middle line of the channel, this particular zone. Then once we get that, we are going to look for an uptrend. There's a similar case on the Kiwi dollar, so we are not going to look at that one and jump straight to, okay, I'm seeing one of our members from Facebook also asking of gold. Guys, if you want me to see your name as you are type in your comments, you should grant access to StreamYard so that they can show your name, just like my friend Long. You can see that his name is coming. So if you leave in a comment and you want us to know the comment, just grant StreamYard access, then your comment will be seen. We are streaming from all our channels, our 7 different social media sites, YouTube, Facebook, Telegram, a lot. We have the Forex and Crypto Legends. We have the Elliott Wave and SMC Hub. These are all our YouTube groups and channels. So let me know. I want to know the number of people who watch us from the various sections. So let me know in the comment section where you are watching us from. If you are connecting from YouTube, just type YouTube. If you are connecting from Forex and Crypto Legends, just type Facebook group. Let me know. If you are connecting from Telegram, let me know in the comment section so that we know where most of our subscribers do watch us from. So as he did ask of, let me quickly go to gold and we a quick look at what is happening on gold. Now, gold is also having a similar ending. Just like most charts were forming the ending diagonal, gold rather formed the leading diagonal pattern for wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wave 1, 2, 3, and 5. So we've gotten a break out of this particular leading diagonal. So we are anticipating a move to the upside on gold. I'm having 2 scenarios on gold, but let's look at this other scenario. So we have this as a wave 1. They are all wave 1 scenarios that I'm tracking. I always look at these things, then I pick my favorite, so that should, in case the market changes hands, I don't do revenge trading. So I always look at the markets ahead of time and look at it. So this particular scenario is not a leading diagonal scenario, where we have a normal 5 wave for a wave 1, 2, 3, and the wave 4 being an ending diagonal for wave 5. So we are still anticipating an ABC. So this is the primary count. I made you look at the other count so that you know that it is not only about getting it right all the time. So because as an Elliottician, you need to have a primary and alternative count. If you are starting, that shouldn't be your goal. But as you get experience, as you are being mentored and trained by a professional, then you get to know that now the lens you see the market from becomes different. So you can see it from different scenarios, where you can get account 1 and account 2 then you trade the ones that meet most of your confluences. Should in case even the market should change its sentiment, it will not make you jump into any quick decision because you have already even analyzed ahead of time. I'm going to show you more of these things so that it prepares you and get you rooted in trading. So now in this particular scenario, this is our wave A. We got to the break of A. We are looking at downside for wave C. So how do we trade these things? Wait for the wave B to finish. Once we get that particular one, you can join whatever correction the wave B gives you. Then as there is a break of that particular correction, you can start looking for a sell setup to give us this particular wave C. If you have pairs you want me to analyze, though in the course of the week, we do a lot of. I asked whether the pairs that most people and most of them talked about these major pairs. That is why I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from this particular angle. Let's look at USD Japanese yen. In USD Japanese yen, the market is giving us a very interesting scenario. As the dollar is, we are looking at for a short-term increase in the dollar this particular week, increase in the dollar in this particular week. Now in USD, we've seen a wave one, this purple wave one, which was a very strong wave. We are still looking at this whole correction for a wave two. Then if the dollar starts decreasing again, then we are going to look for a move to the downside. So how do we trade this particular thing this week? Now we had an ABC for the wave B. So we are anticipating that if it is a zigzag, we are anticipating a 5-wave move for a wave one, 2, 3, and particular for the black. So wait for this particular correction to finish. If you go to the lower time frame, as the correction forms, if we get any break to the upside, then that is the buy setup that you'll be looking for to get and sell and buy this particular for the short term. As price reach this particular fib zone, you will start looking for confluence level and reversal signs to start going short. So for the short term, this particular week, we will first go and look at the buy setups on the USD Japanese yen. USD Japanese yen. Let's look at the Euro Great Britain pound. Last week I did this particular chart. This was among the few charts I gave level, though the confirmation level we do give to the trade members. But last week, I think I gave it to you guys during the live stream that watch out. If you are not going to buy anything, this particular chart is going to be something you need to look at because it was a very, very beautiful setup. So if you look at what this was where we were anticipating this particular move to the upside, that watch this particular pair, that for that particular one, I gave the confirmation on the public stream, and price did wonderful with that. After this particular one, this was where our confirmation level was. Then now price made a very big move to the upside, and that is how you see trading is not about entering more trades, it's about looking for good quality trades. Then you scale into it, you make sure that you get most out of those particular trades, not just about entering so many trades or making sure that you are putting too many trades, let's say 10 trades on a particular pair. But when you go for the big opportunities, you gain a lot. So now we have this particular move to the upside. So we are waiting for a correction. This is a wave one, a wave two. We are waiting for a correction, then I move to finish this particular wave. Room to move in particular in this particular this particular pair, this one. We did also get a lot of requests concerning Bitcoin. I talked about a scenario on Bitcoin. If you follow these live streams, you get to know that this is not get work. I mentioned in last week's stream that we are anticipating a move to the upside around this 1800. Once we are done with that, we are going to look for sell setups for the market because it will be the end of the wave two. Then the market will start declining. This news and everything that happens comes to give us volatility on what is about to happen, on what is about to happen. It's already the patterns that is formed, and the news comes in, gives us volatility to push the market either up or down, depending on the pattern that has formed. And this was what we are happy. So as soon as this move started, so let's say that is why you need to understand the market in a perspective, not just following the pumps. And because a lot of people were shouting, we are going for our next bull run when they started pumping. It's one if you start doing that, it makes the whole thing like a joke, because you don't understand what is happening. And just you looking at a candle, that is why if you look at most of my charts, I don't even concentrate more on candles. I switch most of my charts to buy candles so that I can focus more on the patterns that are happening. Candlesticks are good for entries and other things, but it does not really give one perspective or market context on where the market is really going. It can give you very good entry, but when it comes to giving you context on where the market is going, then I'll tell you that always you have to understand the market, trade it per good forecast. And how do we get good forecast? Is by understanding, getting trained, all studying and understanding these patterns, so that at the end of the day, if you really want these things to get more, as I'm saying now, we are still, I'm giving a 50% Christmas offer on our services, on our services. So if you are planning to join, planning to just go, then it's permarket.com, and you are going to get access to all our subscriptions. It's very interesting. Life, you are getting 247 at annual, you are getting it for 147 because of our 50% discounts, and the monthly you are getting at 47 a month, so that the market becomes easier. Because the more we keep on trying, it's interesting how to trade and get it when a professional is watching over your shoulder. It makes it easy for you. It reduces your learning curve and avoid a whole lot of errors in burning so much cash just by figuring it out yourself. I do not say you cannot figure it out yourself, but it takes a number of time, years. So if you want to go faster, and our trade room is a very nice constructed trade room. These are not just like these normal Telegram channels. We make sure that education and everything is important. We have a members dashboard, we have particular, and this is our trade room, like very professional way, market analysis, general chart, everything. This particular week now, the legendary trade room, we are having our mobile app and our Android app and our iOS app. So now, once you are a member of the trade room, not only are you going to get access to the desktop version, you're also going to get a custom mobile app we have for our trading room. So now let's jump straight into a comment. Look at silver. I think I saw it a lot of people mention about it. I do one gets disenfranchised, because we have members who, some are doing indices, some are doing metal, some are doing energy, some are doing forex, crypto. So I do touch a bit on all of these major instruments, so that no matter what you are trading, at least you can benefit from something. If I'm not able to cover all, just like I do in the week, in the course of the week, those I'm not able to cover, I'm going to send you chart updates, also chart updates. But if you want to be a member and get at least 20 chart updates a day, this is phenomenal at this particular price. And if you take the lifetime and the annual, you're also going to get the course, so that you can get and look at the charts in the same eye and lenses that I'm also looking at it. So now in silver, it's a very simple scenario. Now we have this particular wave one we're looking at now. Just look for an ABC correction as the dollar trending for the short term. We are looking at this ABC. So if you're not interested in the buy, wait for the buy setup to finish. Then once you get a wave B correction, connect it with your trend line and wait for the break of the trend line to sell your wave C. It has a similar scenario with gold. So that is what we'll be looking for silver. Then on crude oil, they talked about this. I've been discussing crude oil a lot with the members, and we always good give these updates. So we are looking at an ABC. We're still looking at crude oil going down a little, but first we want to see this ABC happening. How price is going to behave, it will make us know that whether this wave A is all the correction that we are going to have, or we are still going to have an ABC. So now price is in an interesting FIB zone, an interesting FIB zone and the support zone. So we are waiting for that. When the market opens, we are, once we start seeing any upward move, then we are going to buy for this particular wave C. Let me give you one NASDAQ. Let me quickly look at NASDAQ. In NASDAQ too, after wave A, we had this AB wave B, and we are anticipating this move to the downside. So wait for a wave 4 and 5. Then we will start looking for a bigger correction. So if we are, let's say, a swing term trader, then you can decide to wait for the bigger correction to happen so that you can sell these indices to the downside. So we will not be able to look at all the charts, but if you have any charts that has not been attended to, leave them in the comment section. I'm going to go through all the comment section, and in the course of the week, it's going to program which particular charts I should do a follow-up on. So if you're watching us from YouTube, as I always do say, do subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we also have a Telegram channel that you can also subscribe and get prompt notification from it. I encourage everyone to join the legendary trade room at this 50% discount, so that you can benefit a lot and understand, because I'm a firm believer that once you get quality education, that is why I take my time in teaching and my members, not just as a signal provider, because it makes you lose focus. Once I'm not there, it makes it difficult to trade. But once we go through the charts this way, then everything that you are doing, you understand it. Now, once a signal is given, you will be able to manage the trade even yourself. So that will be all for now. And if today is the first time that you're watching me, my name is Peter Pell, as I said, and may the market be with you.